Hello and welcome to Horror According to Chris Wyatt. Folks, how did we get here? I've been asking myself that question since last night, after I got out of seeing today's movie, Ouija, Origins of Evil.
Let's make one thing clear. There is no reason to expect a film like Ouija, Origin of Evil to be any good. It's a follow-up to 2014's Ouija, which was a terrible movie. It's based on a board game, and with the exception of the extremely underrated Clue, board game-based movies are all pretty much horrendous. Its premise is little more than something the Midnight Society might have conjured up. It's a tropey horror movie that's not exactly shy of embracing cliches, and its trailer has been shown so many times that it's really been played out, which is rarely a good sign. I went into this movie expecting it to suck. Yet, against all the odds, I come before you just a bit humbled to say this. Ouija Origins of Evil is actually pretty good.
I'm as surprised as you are.
Now don't get me wrong, the movie is by no means great. It works more often than it doesn't, but it's not without some noticeable flaws that do bring it down. If I gave letter grades, I'd give it a B, but that's far better than its D- grade predecessor. The movie is a prequel to the 2014 film, taking place in 1967. It centers around the Xander family, which consists of the widowed mother Alice and her two daughters Paulina and Doris. Alice works as a medium who claims to be able to communicate with the dead, even though she's a total fraud. She picks up a Ouija board to help with her act, but when the 9-year-old Doris starts playing with it, well, that's when things get creepy.
What's this? New prop for work. Spirit, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. And we can see you.
The main key to the movie's success is director Mike Flanagan, the filmmaker behind movies such as Absentia and Oculus, which coincidentally we'll be covering next. In short, Flanagan just knows his way around horror movies. It has a decent balance between psychological thrills, uneasy tension, and jump scares. The cast holds their own. All three of the main actors are really good, especially the young Lulu Wilson, who has the whole creepy little girl act down to a science.
Do you know what it feels like to be strangled to death?
I also need to give a shout out to Henry Thomas as Father Tom, the on-hand priest because, you know, paranormal movie. He shows some major range in the really dark scenes.
And she was listening to me. I don't think your daughter is a fraud. I believe she is channeling powers and forces we do not understand.
Henry Thomas. That name sounds familiar. What else has he been in? Oh, he was the kid in E.T. That's where I recognize the name. I didn't even know he was still acting.
Of course, like I said, the movie isn't perfect.
The screenplay is functional and solid enough to work, but it's hardly anything revolutionary. It's little more than a campfire story stretched out to feature length, made to sell some Hasbro brand Ouija boards, and I don't say that to be entirely flippant. Like I said, the movie works. But it's hardly an inspired concept. You can pretty much predict all the twists and turns a mile away, and well, if you've seen The Exorcist, Ouija 2 is pretty much a less interesting variation on that. It spends a little too much time delving out exposition, and doesn't really pick up significantly until the halfway point. Still, for all its flaws, I do recommend Ouija Origin of Evil. It's a well-acted, slickly shot, frequently creepy, at times even straight-up freaky, scary flick that should serve as some good Halloween viewing this year. I give Ouija Origin of Evil 3.5 stars out of 5.
Alright, thanks for watching. Let me know what you thought of Ouija Origins of Evil by leaving me a comment below. And if you liked what you saw and you want to see more, click subscribe and tune in tomorrow as I continue my horror reviews for the rest of October. See you tomorrow!